Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm very sorry for the delay in this video. It has been rather hectic and I realise I'm not the most reliable at uploading, but I will endeavour to improve this, especially now Inktober has finished and the beginning of November has ended. This video is basically going to be a review of my experience of this Inktober. I already did do a video on Inktober, which if you haven't seen, you can click on the link above. And that's basically like going over the first couple of drawings. In this one, I'm only going to allude to a couple and I'm going to talk generally about my experience. I haven't been inclined to do the video sooner because for me, November is really the beginning quite busy. Generally it's Halloween, Inktober's just finished, then it's my birthday, and this year I received some birthday money. Thank you very much, by the way, if you did say happy birthday to me, that's very kind of you. And with this birthday money, I decided, oh, do you know what would be a great idea? I would love to buy some things because now I have a much bigger collection of art supplies. People think, oh yeah, Elle will give her art things, which is brilliant. I love that. But I have nowhere to put them. So I basically wanted to invest some of that money into buying things that I could use to store my art supplies. So I was rather impulsive and decided just pulling things away from the wall and taking it all down. And then I was painting the walls because I decided, hey, if I was going to do that bit, I might as well do all of it. And then I found out that none of my things that I had ordered would arrive for at least another week. So I thought, hey, I better get on and do that video then. And also, I don't know if you're like me, but I just find it really hard to work in a chaotic space. I don't mind if it's like chaotic how I put it like that, but if it's literally just a mess, then I find that very difficult to kind of feel inspired and motivated. Thank you so much, by the way, if you're one of the people who have been commenting on my videos. Loads of people have been very sweet recently. I've had a couple of people give me advice on things I can use, and I've also had people asking me questions about my experience. So thank you very much if you're one of those people. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to this channel. If you're looking for advice or to share your experiences, this is a safe space to do so, and I promise everyone here is in more or less the same boat, which is we want to learn. So you are very welcome, and I hope you'll find the content on this channel interesting. I, as the creator, will endeavour to create the best videos I can with my equipment and to improve as much as I can. Towards the end of this video, I will be showing you posts from last Inktober, both pictures that I did, drawings, paintings that I did, and there is quite a considerable difference, I think. But I will leave that for you to judge for yourself if you think I've improved or not. I think I have, but there you go, that's my opinion. I'm not going to really go over equipment, I will briefly, but I have done that in the previous video. So if you're looking for what equipment I've used, I go into a lot more detail in the previous video, so you can catch it on there if you want to. And that's like papers, pens, inks, etc, etc. This one is going to be more about motivation and basically struggling to claw my way to the end of this month's Inktober. So let's get on with that. So it's day 22 of 31. So it's a little over, kind of just past, I say just past, like 5 days past halfway. I've kind of split it into 3 sections. That's how I'm thinking of it. So you have like 1 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30. And in day like 10 to 20, I really struggled to motivate myself to carry it on. It's not for like lack of ideas. I had the ideas, and some days I started to pick it up again around day 16, 17, and I did do a painting for 17, which was Storm. So I did one for that, and then I got really close to finishing one for like day 18, but those first couple of days, like 11, 12, 13, just like felt like such hard work, and I was really struggling to kind of stay motivated. It's been a bit easier because one of the rules that I set myself that I talked about in my last video was that for each new day I wasn't going to carry on with a picture that I hadn't done from the day before. I would start fresh and I would start on the prompt for that day. So I have like a bunch of pictures that I just didn't quite complete. So I've got like sketches, and then I've got actual paintings that are quite nearly complete. So I do want to finish the ones that I started. From days 1 to 10, I started off really strong, and I've done about like 8 out of 10. 2 of them, however, so I've completed 6, and 2 of them are these 2. So it's day 4, Radio, and day 7, Fancy. And I'm really close to finishing them. They're both about like 80% there, 70 to 80% there. So I will finish those ones, and then I'll kind of I'll beat my target. Because last year I did 12. And I did 11 in the month of October, and then 1 I finished in November. So my goal this year is I have to beat 12. That's it. That was my main goal. And I started off really strong, and I was like, yes, I'm gonna smash that record. And then I got to day, and I got to day 10. So I've started to pick up again, and I'm hoping what my goal is now is just day 20 to 30 to just give it a really good effort and just try and do as many as I can in those days, and then I'll feel like I, gave it a good shot, and I've done better than last year. I think just every time that you put something on paper that you hadn't done before, that's like a jot more experience than you had. So even if you tell yourself, you know what, I want to do 5 minutes, I'm just going to sketch something for 5 minutes. That is 5 minutes of sketching that you hadn't done the day before, and it's 5 minutes of more experience. So I'm kind of using that also to help spur me on. It's just do the 5 minutes, or just even 2 minutes. I'm going to give it a shot, do those 5 minutes. So I'll let you know how that goes. I'm not going to lie, guys. It didn't go entirely the way that I would have hoped. I did meet my goal, or at least I passed my goal, which was to do more than 12 posts, I think. I have done that. I have beat that. But not by such a large margin as I would have liked. I think I completed overall 13 completed ones in the month, and I have about 7 of kind of like various stages of completion, from just sketches to almost done. And honestly, I'm not sure if I will revisit them at this point. Not because I didn't like doing it, but just because I feel like Inktober is finished and just wait for next year. If you, like me, have had this lack of motivation, as it were, don't worry, you are not the only one, and it is not uncommon. I mean, really, have you done Inktober if you haven't felt like midway through, you're failing and you're not going to make it to the end and it all sucks? But I'm here to tell you that is not a bad thing. You are not the only one. Don't beat yourself up about it. It is all a learning experience. And what has happened in this Inktober, we can use to refine our process in the next one. So even if you did one drawing, that is one drawing you did more than before. So these are a couple of my paintings from last year. This one was number 19. Oh, sorry, that was the year. I think it was actually like number 7 or something. Enchanted, and this was ink and watercolour. You'll be able to see that I wasn't really sure of what my style or what I wanted to do at all was last year. Because this was another one that I did, which is completely different. This one was watercolour and colouring pencils. The prompt was husky. I really enjoyed the kind of atmosphere. Yeah, very different again. And then this was the last one that I did, which I actually completed in November. Obviously this one is pencil and ink. And you can definitely tell that I think I've definitely improved on sort of drawing faces. I don't hate, in focus. I don't hate this at all, but there's definitely things I would change. Also, I really liked her outfit. But yeah, there's things I would do sort of differently now, but just another medium because I wanted to try them all. Or rather, I had an idea in my head and I just thought I'd indulge it. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of show how differently I did things last year compared to this year. This year is definitely working a lot better for me. I definitely feel more comfortable with what I've achieved this year than what I achieved last year in terms of style and things. I'm really glad that I just decided to stick to one style of the way I was going to approach it and everything like that. Kind of wish that I'd prepared a bit more what I was going to draw and also having started a bit earlier, but I'm not surprised. I know the people who know me won't be as surprised at all that it went the way that it did. I'm not the best at preparing things a considerable amount of time in advance, so I guess I'm gonna have to improve on that. But generally, I'm happy with it. I got a little bit frustrated with the style of things because I went a little bit back and forth on how I was going to do it. So sometimes I would do the painting bit first, and then other times I would do the inking bit first. And then towards the end, my last 2 pictures, I decided, yep, I prefer doing the inking and the pen work first, then doing the painting, and then going back to it. But it took me to literally the very end before I realized this and was happy with this. So maybe you just need to look over your own work and maybe have a moment of reflection, think, what did I actually really think worked for me? Because that's what I felt like it was for me. If you want to see more of my Inktober posts, you absolutely can. They're all on my Instagram, which you will be able to find a link for in the description box below. I hope you all had a successful Inktober, and even if you did just one drawing or even one line on a piece of paper, give yourself a pat on the back for even doing that, because it is no easy thing to take on this challenge and decide to dedicate the time to it. I hope you'll join me on my next video. At this stage, I have a couple of ideas in my head, not entirely sure which one I'm going to go with. So if there's something that you want to see me do, then please write it in the comment below, because honestly, it might be better than my idea. I definitely want to do some studies on watercolour, gouache and ink. So if it's anything like that, just leave a comment below. And also comment if you did Inktober yourself. Let us know how your progress went and share the experience together. Thank you so much for everyone for joining me on this video, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye for now.